All right, welcome back to the front, so to speak. You know, the ever-increasing madness and the in the program, this global social engineering and intelligence operation, where the intelligence agencies and states in multiple countries are running a target individual program in public, and I'm the supposed protagonist that they use to justify all of their newly founded powers and uses of highly advanced electromagnetic technologies and weapon systems to run this global social engineering program, not to mention the social and political persecution of me, Stephen Bell. As I have said thousands of times before, they are on a daily basis, not only over the programs dedicated to propaganda channels, but also in FM stations, TV, kind of everywhere. They are claiming, labeling me guilty of being some kind of sex criminal on a daily basis, without there being any cases, without there being anything. And not only is there no cases that involve me in sex crimes, they have just issued me a hunting license, and that means I have just had an extensive background test done by the police before issuing me this hunting license. And yet at the very same time that I have been given a hunting license and have a clean extended criminal record and all of the other things that would normally, all of the other normal paperwork that one would have to prove you're not a sex criminal in any shape or form, I have all of those, and yet at the very same time I'm being labelled guilty, and I'm being ostracised from society based on the propaganda campaigns and psyops that are being waged in the program. And they obviously want me to be set up to be imprisoned, institutionalized, or hurt, and they are trying these things on a daily basis, and they are using the Danish intelligence agency here in Denmark, PET, are using the synthetic telepathy communication system. You know, the synthetic telepathy that many other target individuals are being harassed with electronically, aka why it's called electronic harassment. Well, the Danish state and its intelligence agency, and I know other states in America, I know they're using it in America and Great Britain too. They're using it publicly now, while at the very same time denying the existence in other cases that involve other people. Well, here they're using it to instigate and to coordinate the campaigns that are being waged against me, Stephen Bell, in public. And yesterday they were so frantic, or they are so desperate to have me hurt, and they were talking about it in the FM radio station, how I was going to get smashed and how I was going to get beaten up. Well, I did have some hard sparring rounds, and you know how they have been trying to kick me out of Aalborg martial arts for practically since I began the fight sports gym there. Obviously in the beginning it was just the government wanting me kicked out. Now it's more or less everybody, as far as I can see, or at least nobody is willing to stick up for me anymore, because it's so prolific how I'm being judged and what can you say, stigmatized in public all the time, everywhere. So even the gym now, most people in the gym are starting to help the government in every aspect of these campaigns against me. So yesterday I had some very hard sparring rounds, and they had their best boxer fight against me, who has just won some medal. I can't remember. It's called a Danish, I don't know, Jysk or something like that. So nevertheless, he's a very good boxer and has had many fights. Me, I haven't had any fights other than one light contact fight, and I did very good the first 2 rounds, and I lost the 3rd round. I had to take a knee because of a body shot. That's also why I'm a bit red on the nose today. And they literally had to find their best boxer who has just won medals to beat me. And obviously this is something that has pissed a lot of people off too, that it's not by any stretch of the imagination anybody who can beat me at the gym. It doesn't matter if it's boxing or kickboxing, I'm going to give most people a difficult time. this is something that has been pissing people extrally off, because I'm supposedly just pathetic sex criminal who is covered in my own filth every day from head to toe and has nothing going for myself, and always being run psyops against. You know how they're always running psyops against me, always plotting against me, always trying to ridicule or discredit me. So when I'm at the top of the very top of the classes in my fight sports, while all of these things are going on at the same time, it's something that they don't like. So they are quite willing to help the government set me up, and that's what has been happening the last couple of Fridays, and increasingly so now. They're probably willing to say that I'm looking at someone in a way that is akin to a sexual crime, or I'm supposedly thinking something that I have as my intention, because the government has communicated it through synthetic telepathy after picking it up with their their systems, the neural linguistic programming, or NLP, or whatever the term is for remote neural monitoring. That's probably the correct term for what they are doing. And the government, of course, as you know, they would never lie, would they? They would never something that isn't say something that wasn't true to justify whatever they want to do. And so therefore my existence right now is very, very treacherous. I have to be so careful everywhere I go, and everything is to such a high level, and it's constantly every day. So the propaganda just gets repeated endlessly on a daily basis, as I say, not just over the programs, communication systems, but also over the TV and radio, especially the state-funded TV and radio. You talk about propaganda arm, media being propaganda arms. Here in Denmark, it is phenomenal. You couldn't put a piece of paper between Denmark's radio and a state and PET. That's how close the cooperation is between the so-called independent media outlet and the government and the intelligence agencies. And moreover, to justify everything that they do, every time someone's speaking to me, it's more or less in code. So anytime I'm saying something, I'm answering some kind of direct question, oh, they are arbitrarily changing the meaning of it. So I'm unbeknowingly always confessing to whatever they are claiming arbitrarily this supposedly now means. So if I'm selling something that fits an engine at 2008, well, then I have just confessed to one of their bullshit claims that happened in 2008 without ever being made aware of it in any official regard. So this is kind of the nonsense craziness that I'm entangled in here, or whatever you want to call it.